Two of MLB's biggest heavy hitters when it comes to journalism have been weighing in on the A's situation and casting some doubts on their future plans, both financially, where they'll play from 2025 through 2028, and if they can get everything done in Vegas. I'm talking about Jeff Passan of ESPN, Ken Rosenthal of The Athletic. We'll start with Passan's comments first because I found something really interesting in the first graph of his article on ESPN.com, something that I hadn't even seen before. Often, when the big national reports come out, these are things that you've been hearing about on this channel for months, but this thing here, this was new. Passan writes, the Oakland A's were supposed to have figured out by the end of December where they'll play in 2025 and beyond before moving to Las Vegas in 2028. That didn't happen. A mid-January deadline passed soon enough. An end of January target will too. So here we are, about to hit February. The eyes of the world are about to be fixed upon Las Vegas for Super Bowl week. The A's have nothing to show for their work. It's almost like they don't even have plans past 2025. 2025. They need somewhere to play. My sources tell me they haven't even spoken about extending the lease at the Coliseum, and late January, they were just touring Sacramento, just touring Utah, and the plans in Summerlin at the AAA park don't seem to be panning out. So, again, if they were to be making a decision by December, they clearly are behind in their plans. Now, why did MLB have to rush to approve relocation? You may remember, I found this back in November. According to the latest filing from GLPI, their agreement is contingent on MLB approving relocation before 12/1/2023. MLB approved that relocation on November 16th. They had to do it before 12/1 because it was stipulated in the contract for the land that they needed approval before December 1st, which means the A's and Major League Baseball rushed through approval on a project that didn't have the following: real ballpark renderings, a stadium design architect, knowing how much it will cost, knowing how Fisher will pay for it, relocation committee reaching out to Oakland, or knowing if a referendum is coming. Here we are, about to be February, still don't have any of those things. Nothing to show for their work. Now, Ken Rosenthal at The Athletic also casting some doubts on how things are going to work if the A's leave Oakland. In 2025, they can't play in Sacramento, Utah, Las Vegas, or anywhere outside of the Bay Area, or they stand to lose their TV contract, which is worth up to $70 million in one season. It was $67 million last season. That's a huge chunk of change for a team that's already saying it's losing $40 million a season. If you're wondering why the A's finances seem to be shaky as it comes to getting a loan in Las Vegas, getting a lender for their stadium, getting financing to build a $1.5 billion project, that's why. You really think people are lining up to offer money to a group that stands to be losing $100 million a year per their own information? I don't think so. Here's what Rosenthal had to say.
Even if they execute it, you're asking John Fisher to spend money in the ramp-up years when, by the way, they don't have a home park, 2025 to 27. They're going to find one, but it's not going to be most likely a major league park. Well, he's going to spend money that he doesn't have. John Fisher, the way he's run his team over the years, let's just call me skeptical.
By the way, those guys at Foul Territory TV do a great job. I hope to see them at Fans Fest. Now let's talk financing, let's talk money, let's talk TV deal. The A's say that they are planning to jack up the payroll when they get to Las Vegas, despite the fact that they're going to have to pay a fortune just to build the stadium. It's really interesting because it's the same exact thing he said about the ballpark at Howard Terminal. It's the same exact promise he's been making for years. It really doesn't mean anything. What these guys say means nothing until they actually put the money where their mouth is. They've never done that. They've never reached into their own wallet and made the big investment to pull something off. That's why I'm always skeptical about whether or not they're going to get this done. This team has failed in Fremont, San Jose, Oakland. Now they're on to Vegas. They're looking at Sacramento and Utah as temporary homes. Look, when they make a deal that actually gets done, I will praise them for it. I will. Because it's really hard to get things done. But they've yet to do it. So until then, it's okay to be met with healthy skepticism. And I think that's what you're seeing from Passan and Rosenthal and from me So let's talk about the other big news that came out this week. Vital Vegas has been all over this. A lot of really, really solid Las Vegas reporters like Howard Stutz have been all over this. The Tropicana is closing. It will be closing soon. It needs to be demolished. If they don't demo the Tropicana, they can't get started on clearing the site and even getting started on a ballpark. Now, this information is what was presented at the last Las Vegas Stadium Authority meeting, where they actually did have the A's on the agenda. They said that for the ballpark to open in 2028, they need to start construction in April of 2025. So they got to get going on demolishing the Tropicana. Now, a lot of people sent me all the stories about the Tropicana getting demolished like it was a huge deal, and it is, but they have to demo the site anyways. Whether the A's have a deal or not, the site needs to be demoed because something will get built there by Bally's, potentially. Whether or not that includes a ballpark is up to the A's. And this is where things get really interesting. Sort of buried the lead here, but if the A's are on the clock, once that Tropicana demolition begins, that means the group that owns the Tropicana is going to be losing a ton of money every single day, and they can't afford to wait around for the A's plans. This is where things get interesting. You'll remember John Fisher said at the Las Vegas Chamber of Commerce event that they're waiting on Bally's to put together the designs so they can put out their renderings. Well, Bally's says they're waiting on the A's. From Howard Stutz of the Nevada Independent, Chief Financial Officer Marcus Glover said during the company's earnings call that it was very difficult to put any more investment into operational changes at the Tropicana until we get more clarity on what the A's are going to do. He also noted the A's hold the key. The Tropicana can't set a closing date until the A's have all their stadium agreements and financing in place. The pressure's going to be on. As soon as they demo that site, the A's need to have all their ducks in a row. And at this point in time, they don't seem to. And people should be very concerned about that. The skepticism is healthy. You're counting on this group to have everything figured out. They can't even put out a ballpark rendering. Seriously. They can't tell anybody about their financing plans. They had a chance to show their work at the Las Vegas Chamber of Commerce situation. They didn't show anything. They added nothing. They had no new material. Are they going to be there on Super Bowl week hyping things up? Are they going to have anything to show anyone? I'll be there all week. I'll be asking. I hope to run into John Fisher and Dave Cabell and ask them what they have going on. Open invitation. Let's go to the Trop, walk the site, show me your plans. I'll put it right here in full, no editing. Tell us what's going on, A's. Time is ticking. And as Jeff Passan noted, they're already missing a bunch of deadlines. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And check out Fans Fest. February 24th, I'll be an MC. Major names showing up. It's free from 11 to 4, Oakland, Jack London Square. That is all I got for now.